Greetings and welcome to another excellent chess review video. So, very bizarre game. My opponent did okay, 81% as you can see, but I uncorked a 94% accuracy on him, which was unbelievable. As you can see also, when we scroll down here, he had a 2200 performance, but I had a 2500 performance. And that was really, really good. So let's go look at this and see what happens, all right? And I'll explain this to you using my father's rules. Start review. Okay, D4. I played Dutch defense. Knight C3. He's threatening to play E4. And I'm trying to restrict E4. He wants to play it again by he's restricting the restricting piece. Now, I could play kind of, I don't like playing Knight E4 here. Little, play solid. Classical Dutch. You can play E4, I can't stop him, it doesn't matter, I'll just take it. What does the computer say? H6 is the move? Let's look at this. H6, he's going to play bishop takes knight. Queen takes. I'm assuming queen takes is the right move. G takes F6 looks a little suspect. I mean, it's playable, but this has to be the best move. It is the best move. He can play E5. It's kind of asking for it. Probably Queen F7 would be the move. Let's take a look and see if Queen F7 is the correct move. I think this is probably the best idea. Or Queen to D8. It is the best idea. You know, the bishop, we don't want to block the bishop. The choices would be here, either Queen F7 or Queen to D8 to defend C7. So it's good to know that I'm improving, which I have been, but you're seeing it here. This is a positional understanding. So that's fantastic. H6, I had not thought of that idea. I'm like, I'll just take it. You're not hurting me. I mean, knight takes is an obvious move because my knight's pinned. I'm just going to play the basic. Play the win you see, or in this case, I'm not winning anything here. I'm playing the best moves that I can see, which is take the pawn, he takes, I play bishop E7, break the pin, it's all good. Inferior. The best move, because he shows you why this is the best move, because of this threat. Anytime an F pawn is gone, you got to watch out for Queen H5, for example, in a Dutch defense. So here, it's hammer time. You know, that's the best move. Now, I can technically play pawn takes queen, bishop takes, king takes, but I'm got an inferior position. That's just terrible, so it's just take it. I'm advancing, developing. He's got nothing is the key. He's literally got nothing here. So we're even. He's not imposing on my position at all. Queen to E5 I thought was bizarre, but being bizarre and being bad are different. It's not bad, it got a check mark. So I'm like, you know, I'm going to take this queen. I can't let him just sit here. Huge mistake would be to let him sit here. Queen F7 or Queen to D8. He's forking me. I got to take this. All right. There's no way I can not take him, which is okay. I'm not worried about it. Now I have really two choices, maybe knight to C6 or just castle short. He says B6 is even better. Wow, that's amazing. That is a good move. But when in doubt, I didn't consider playing B6 in this position, which is still a good move because bishop b7 is a good move. But when in doubt, develop your pieces to their natural square. This is My dad didn't have a rule of that per se, but this is kind of an understood. We developed the knight to the natural square, in this case, knight c6. Again, very natural, knight f3, although it likes f4 better, which is good. The reason why f4 is better is because the bishop on d3 makes room for the rook to play to f1. So yes, I see why that is better than knight f3 is certainly a good move though. It's not, I'm not saying it's bad at all. I played the same idea of b6, which is natural for me anyway in this Dutch defense. And so here I've got good development. My bishop is on the awesome diagonal from h1 to a8. I'm in good shape. I haven't made a single inferior move yet. All the moves I made were good or star moves. Bishop to b5, solid, not really special. I can't castle short, he'll take my d-pawn. So therefore, by logic, this is bad. This is good. You don't like this? You freak. Up yours, is what I say. Now, he could always play knight g5. I would just play rook df8, and I will boot him. Knight g5 is an irrelevant move. I like this move. I thought this move is a solid move. The computer thinks this is my worst move of the game. I don't know, man. Let's go back this way. Let's look at it says best move is rook f8. Really? I guess that, I don't know. I would have been guessing, but I don't know. I guess I'm going to play king e7. There's no need for me to castle, is the conclusion that I reach. That king e7 is the preferred move for black here because there's no reason that I have to castle. There's not enough material on the board to checkmate or threaten me with an attack. His bishop is a light square bishop, and king to e7 would give me my dad's formation of, I see you have a strong light square bishop. My king is on the dark squares, brother. So show the follow-up. What? Okay, I don't know. And then don't castle long and then castle long. Okay, whatever, bro. I guess technically it thinks that you can play this move here. And then forcing me to play rook d to f8 undercuts this to a degree. I don't know, man. It seems pretty worthless, which is why he didn't play knight to g5. He's not a bad player. So, scram, Sonny. It doesn't like that move either. Rook h to f8. So we're all getting a free lesson that this rook h to e8 with this rook defending d7 is the key idea. So we want to play rook, the other rook, the non-defensive rook. This is a key defender, this rook on d8. So we play the other rook to f8. Inferior move. It doesn't look objectively bad, is the key. So here, I had been looking at playing rook h to rook h to f8. Having a hard time talking because I know that I need to defend this pawn with my king and rook. I see this. This is not a mystery. He does something that's completely backwards. And my dad would be like, I told you. My dad would say, look, now I don't have a strong bishop. The only bishop I have, much like white, is on the light squares. So you don't want to be playing rook to e2. It's clearly the computer understands it's rook to d2 is the move. Watch. Because this is my dad's rule. And my dad's rule existed long before computers. That's what's hilarious. Well, not long before chess computers were, being made like they were. It was still, it was occurring, conceptually at, late 60s when I learned the rule, okay, in like universities or what have you, theoretical chess programming. But this is clearly the way to go when you have light square bishops on the board and not Rook to e2 is a mistake because I zip him, as my dad would say. He doesn't. What is this freak? See, this is the right move to me. Because he wanted to, and his bishop needs to go back there, but he didn't do that. Now he goes there. I'm like, dude, I'm just going to take this. And now I was thinking bishop takes, pawn takes, rook takes, but he's going to play rook takes, pawn check. So I have a better move for him. Boom! He plays not pawn takes, which is the mistake. He has to play pawn takes. He makes a mistake, and he falls prey to my classic invention, the snapback. I snapped up a knight, and I snapped it right back, pocketing a free knight like this. And then, you know, I invented the name for this called the snapback. You play piece takes a piece, and then you move the piece that just captured right back, either recapturing or out of danger, what have you. But this is what I call this, the snapback. Nobody else calls this that. And he's just dropped a knight for nothing. At this point, the bar, as you see, is ridiculous. It was bad if he takes. He should have played this. Let's go for the best move. He should play pawn takes. And then I'm simply, well, now the computer says play b5. I would have thought, you know, he'd play like a4. I guess he'll play c6, but it's getting dangerous. I was thinking to play king to there, but okay, b5 is the better move. I realize this is the position. We're going to wreck his structure. That's all I can really do. But it's enough. I wreck his structure. I'd go either knight to b7 or knight to c6. Maybe knight b7, knight c5. Who knows? It's all up in the air. But this structure here, this is the move. Fantastic. I would not have thought that was the move. So we learned something on that one. I'm only almost a pawn ahead. Now, no, the material is even. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4. It's 7 versus 7, but my 7 are better than his 7. Yeah, see, a4, c6 is the sequence. Clearly, this is the move. And then again, he takes. Well, I'm just going to take with the a pawn, you idiot. And now my rook's going to be stronger as a result. b4. Really? Okay, I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. It's inconvenient for me, all right? Threatening to cheap shot me. I mean, are you kidding me? He's threatening bishop takes pawn, pinned. Actually, not even threatening that. But this is the move because I want to play this rook to the file. And then I'm going to play knight d8 and knight f7, what have you. However, I don't worry about this h4 trash. Now, he could double. Oh, rook to here is a nasty move. That's nasty. That is nasty. h5 is the natural move. But we can simply... Well, I don't want to do that either. That's a good question. What do we do? Fudge. Okay, that's the right move. What are you going to do now, Bobby Fischer? If I take it, he can take this. He takes, and then I guess rook to h8 if he takes it. Which is a very clever idea. If he plays bishop to here, rook to h8, and my rook goes right behind the passed pawn. Interesting idea. I suppose here with the idea of rook to f7. Seems legit. Again, rook 4. No, rook 8 to f7. Rook takes, bishop takes, and what? He drops another pawn. Now he can play. Well, his rooks can't double. All right, I'm just looking to see where this line goes. This is obvious stuff. This pawn doesn't really count. So this is 1 pawn, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Both of these extra double pawns are worthless. So he's got 4 pawns, I've got 5. Now, even though I have 6 and he's got 5. I'm telling you, my old tournament rules is where this comes from. This knight is really awful. I'm doing good. We're slightly winning. Because he played a mistake. It allowed me to snap him. Snap back, you're dead. Knight to D4. Oh, knight to B4 is better. His bishop is in bad shape. If he goes bishop to E4, I can play bishop takes, rook takes, knight checks, and then... Oh, I don't want to play that. Now I don't like that move. I'm good with this. And I'm good with this. I mean, I'm smoking this guy. I'm a piece up. I'm not worried about any of this business. So long, chump. And I was like, well, he could put his rook over here. I go, well, what do I need to do here? Knight goes back. Go, oh, no. Bishop takes free rook. He resigns. Understandably so. But this is the blitz game. All right. Those moves happen. Especially after you've made a mistake and tactically dropped a knight to a killer surprise tactic. Yeah, see, I don't know why knight to b4 doesn't do it for me. Let's look and see. I mean, he can play bishop to e4. I guess I don't have to take it. Just take the pawn check and then knight back to b4. He's got nothing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm a piece ahead. He's just getting smoked. I'm also threatening bishop to f3 right now. This is a nasty move. Yeah, the move I played was also good. This is also good. Threatening the skewer. I'm just going to take this pawn anyway. Very good move, actually. That's the best move. That's amazing. That's obviously the best move. Again, threatening the skewer. Now, that was unfortunate for him, but worked out best for me. And the key thing is, when I looked at this, I go, well, I didn't play pretty good. I go, let me see. But computer said 2,500. I only made 2 moves that were of dubious, less than good quality, whatever the computer evaluates the good on. So, fantastic result, really. And the moves I played were still solid moves. It didn't like my castling, but that's okay, And also, it liked me to play the b6, bishop b7 in a different move order, slightly faster, maybe slightly more efficient, whatever. Can't complain. You roll with 2,500 performance, you played good. It's just that simple. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you learned something. I learned some stuff on this, and I know you guys had to learn it too. So, look forward to seeing you in my other videos. I'll be making more, of course, every day. I'll see you guys later. Thanks again. Like and subscribe.